This is probably the most fun shooter I've played since Apex came out. The 8 operators, I think they call them. It's a hero shooter. They got 8 of them. Some have like their own specific abilities, and there's also like classes. So, like there's a recon class. They get a grappling hook where you can get up to areas where no one else can. Can me and you talk about Shadowlands real quick? I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, it's the next best game to ever hit the planet. It's gonna take over the world. No. But if you are someone that's looking for a COD style FPS that has PvP modes, also has a pretty good PvE mode, I think is worth trying. And probably the most underrated thing about this game, the skill-based matchmaking in this game is not like Apex level. Like, you can't even tell it's there. It's definitely there, but you can't even tell it's there because contrary to popular belief, skill-based matchmaking is not new. But yeah, Shadowlands, a free-to-play game on Steam right now. It also has controller support, but like I said, FPS hero shooter, and it has PvP and PvE, more like Destiny style missions, and then like the COD style like TDM. Also has Conquest, which is like almost like Overwatch, where you're moving a payload to a destination. They have I forgot what it's called in the game, but it's Hardpoint, and there's also Search and Destroy. But I'm bringing this up because I've been making Apex videos for a while, and most of my videos up to now have been about Apex, but I just wanted to switch it around every once in a while. So if you do enjoy the video, I'd appreciate a like on it. If it's not too much trouble for you, I'm sure you can do it. You can get it done. I really believe in you. And in a world where, you know, gaming is like pretty pushed towards the BRs at the moment, as far as like mainstream with Apex, Warzone, and Fortnite, and then more recently Overwatch 2 came out, so that's in the mix now since it's also free to play. This is probably the most fun shooter I've played since Apex came out, in my opinion. And in the short time I've played it since it's came out, it's in early access, by the way, but it has added a few maps, it's added a battle pass, and it's also added more servers. We started out with just NA West and NA East. Now we got Northern California, Portland, and I think like a Midwest, and then some other Eastern servers. But if you play Apex, you would know we ain't got no new servers. If you live in California, you know the struggle of having to play on either like, what is it, Salt Lake or Oregon? I live in Southern California. Why? This state is the size of the country. I just want a server, that's all. But yeah, we got the 8 operators, I think they call them. It's a hero shooter. They got 8 of them. Some have like their own specific abilities, and there's also like classes. Like there's a recon class. They get a grappling hook where you can get up to areas where no one else can without like climbing on a box or something like that. Others have an exosuit, which allows them to sprint faster and like kick down the door, stuff like that. And then of course they have a whole slew of weapons. The way they do it is a tier system. You start with tier 1 through tier 5, and each tier has 1 gun of each class, so you know, 25 guns in total. I can do math, but yeah, every gun has some progression to unlock attachments, and the operators themselves also have a progression track. I think it's about 7-8 levels, and the last level does give you like an extra ability, not to add on, but you can switch it out with your Q. But with all like the, you know, the background stuff aside, the main reason I like this game so much is because it's like the movement is very smooth. It's not as smooth as Apex. I don't think any game right now has as good movement as Apex, no current game. But the sliding mechanic, the way it kind of looks like slide canceling from COD. You glide across the ground and you stand up, but you glide for like a decent distance. You can get a decent amount of slide kills. It's like makes it a little bit of a skill gap, but also with the game, the recoil on the guns isn't too bad, so it's still like, it's very like pick up and play friendly, but there's also a little bit to learn with the game. Like Apex, you know, there's a lot to learn with the game, but it is still pick up and play, so I think it's similar in that aspect, bouncing from the gunplay to the movement to kind of give something to have fun with for newer people, as well as like people who play a lot. Because right now, this is probably the only PvP game I can play on my own and like actually have fun for a few hours. I can sometimes do that with Apex, because I like to play no field duels more than playing with a person, which that might sound weird, but trust me, I have fun doing it. You don't gotta worry about me. But this is probably like the most fun game I've been playing PvP wise recently. And if you do want to try it, if you're on PC, I'll leave the Steam link down below. You might have to request access, but it should give it to you instantly. That's what happened when I did it, at least. I'm not sure about right now, but I'm pretty sure it might even just say download now. They might have gotten rid of that. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a like. Again, I believe in you so much. If you missed my last video on how heirlooms just got buffed in Apex, I'll leave it on the screen now. Bye.